From VTV Channel 6 Studios in downtown Vernal, this is Local Point with your host, Chris Piner.
Hey there, everybody, and welcome to Local Point, brought to you by Strata Networks. I'm your host, David Gale, and for Chris Piner today. On today's show, we welcome to the studio Cindy Perry and Kinley Potts, who are here to talk about the kindness revolution. The kindness revolution. Welcome to Local Point. This is a really fun topic, and I'll let you guys kind of spell it out for us. What in the world is the kindness revolution?
Well, first of all, thank you for letting us come and talk to you about this today. The Kindness Revolution is a nonprofit organization. It got started based on a book written by Ed Horrell. He's from Atlanta, Georgia area. Okay. And the concept originally started to try to promote better customer service. Okay. And kindness in the workplace. And so not only kindness for the employees working toward the customers, but also among the employees as well, and the employer working with the employees. Yeah. But what happened was it started to grow, and it also has now spilled over into the schools. And so it has two parts. There's a part for the community to try to promote kindness in the community, and there's also a part in the schools, and that's why I brought my granddaughter Kinley here today to talk a little bit about how that can help in the schools, and I can let you know how we're working with the Discovery School here. The Kindness Revolution. So
let's back up just a little bit. And who decided? I mean, a nonprofit organization somebody has to say, hey, you know what? Let's put this thing together. Who's backing this? How is it funded, if it has funding? And then really, what are the basic elements that make up the Kindness Revolution? I mean, you spelled it out a little bit, but you know, maybe some input from that book, I'm sure, has to do with how this was built up.
Well, I think that first of all, Mr. Horrell saw the need, and he and a partner decided to just really try to promote the concept of this revolution taking over through the United States. And so the way that it's funded, it is somewhat of a marketing plan, because for me to be involved, and it's not just me, it's Perry Insurance Agency, and I have lovely help. Lisa Krimpetich and Renee Trujillo's also helped with it. And so what we do is we have the ability to be the local champion. As a matter of fact, we were the #1 place in the state of Utah to represent the Kindness Revolution.
Well done.
I was really proud of that. I had stumbled upon it on the internet and thought that really fits with what we're trying to do at Perry Insurance with Service with a Smile, and trying to pay it forward. And so what their concept is, it started to gain attention because of the book. But what they're trying to do, the whole purpose of the Kindness Revolution is to create awareness. Awareness of values such as kindness and leadership in the community, and then trying to get along better with each other in school. Okay.
So to want to promote that, there would have to be an awareness that maybe kindness was lacking a little bit. I mean, so when you're talking about the workplace, what Kinley, we're going to get to you, and we're going to get to school stuff, because obviously bullying is a big deal anywhere you go. But when you're talking about a corporate atmosphere, what kind of things do you see that aren't right in a corporate atmosphere that the Kindness Revolution addresses?
Well, maybe I can turn this back around to you.
Okay.
So have you ever gone to buy a new pair of jeans and tried to find the person to help you, and it wasn't a good experience?
Yes.
They acted like they would rather not be there. Or perhaps gone to eat somewhere, and on the flip side of the coin had a great waitress or waiter. And service makes all the difference. I know for myself, if I go into a place to buy a new business suit, if the person's on their game and they're kind and they are enjoying their job, I'll do business with them. And so I think the idea behind it is it does help promote that business. If they offer better service, the revenues are going to be part of the return.
Sure. And then intercompany, you know, I was reading a little bit about this, and he talked about how a pecking order can often affect an own employee's feeling about their own company. And so what does the Kindness Revolution suggest to help alleviate that?
Yeah, you know, you don't think about bullying as adults that much. However, I'm sad to say even within my own agency we've had issues where you get a new person in. And so they're trying to do their job, but somebody else is nervous that they might take over their position, or they might not be quite comfortable with where they're moving forward with this new individual. And so they do things to trip them up, or do things that are maybe a little mean. And it happens. It's happened in our office. You try to be very aware of it, but working through that with adults is kind of a tricky thing.
Yeah. We as adults, we're kind of ingrained in our character and our personality, and sometimes people are just mean. I don't know why, but they,
I know.
but they are. And so this kindness revolution, I suppose, then addresses that in a way to say, hey, you can be nice, and that can help promote everyone's well-being.
Exactly.
And Kinley, we've only got 30 seconds left. You know what we're going to do is we're going to get to you in the next block, because when it comes to how kids treat each other, how kids treat each other is how they're going to treat each other when they get older. And we know what a big deal it is in our schools, bullying, and how unfortunately common it is. And so I'm really interested. You say that some of our local schools have picked up, or at least one, and that's Discovery. You know what? We don't have time to talk about it until we get to the next break. So we've got a lot more to talk about. You stay right with us. We're going to hear a message from our sponsor, Strata Networks, and then we're going to talk about how the kindness revolution can help in our schools. We'll be right back.
Strata Networks is proud to bring the first true 4G LTE network to the Uinta Basin. 4G LTE is the most powerful mobile broadband available anywhere in the world. With speeds up to 10 times faster than 3G, you can stay connected like never before. Video chat without delay, stream HD TV or movies in an instant, and download or upload in seconds. For details, visit us in Roosevelt or Vernal, or call 622-5007. More speed, more power. 4G LTE, only from Strata Networks.
Welcome back to Local Point. Once again, I'm with Cindy Perry and Kinley Potts, who are part of an organization called the Kindness Revolution. Now, we were just discussing how the Kindness Revolution works in a corporate setting, but now we're going to move over to a school setting, because I think that, we as adults, we can kind of behave civilly to one another, but kids are tough. And so, Kinley, what grade are you in?
I'm in 5th.
You're in 5th grade, and have you noticed any bullying in school?
A lot, actually.
A lot of bullying in school. Now, 5th grade, let's see, that's the beginning of middle school, or is that the end of
elementary? It's the end of elementary.
End of elementary. So have you noticed a change in bullying the older that you've gotten?
Well, not necessarily a change, but I would say we've noticed it more because when we were kids, we would bully people, but we're kids. We don't notice it. It doesn't hurt their feelings or anything because they're also kids. It's kind of just messing around. But as we gotten older, it's becoming more intense, and you see it more every day. So
what kind of things do you see?
People use their popularity against people who aren't as popular, and they make them feel small. Yeah. They make fun of how people look. They even call people names, talk about their grades and stuff around other people.
How do you think that makes them feel?
From my own experience, it's happened to me before. It actually makes you feel pretty bad. It makes your whole day feels really awful. You just think about that one time and how you wanted to change that. Yeah.
The way that other kids talk about you and the way they think about you kind of makes up what you think about yourself a little bit. Yeah, you kind of can't help that. So what school do you go to?
Ashley.
Ashley. Now, I know that the foundation right now is in place at Discovery Elementary. Yep. So what are they doing at Discovery to help alleviate some of this?
Okay. Well, first of all, I'd like to give some credit to the principal there. He is the most amazing young man, Jeff Morris. And he really saw the potential of how, instead of saying anti-bully, trying to find a way to turn it around and make it positive and to look for random acts of kindness. And so what they do there is the teachers are on the lookout, and if the students do something kind, then the teacher will write them up on a little slip, and they take them to the principal's office. And the principal makes a call home, and when the parent gets a phone call from the principal and says he's got the student in the office, you can guess how they feel.
Yeah.
Well, it's just the flip side, and the principal says, I just want to let you know what a great job your little Johnny is doing in class, and he did something very kind today. And he tells them what the kindness was. The kid is, they receive a pencil and a smiley face pen that's part of it. And then from there, their name goes into a drawing, or not a drawing, they go into a pizza party at the end of the trimester. But they have a big smiley face in the front entryway, and they have their little sticker on that smiley face. And I can tell you that every one of the kids knows just which one is theirs. They're very proud of it.
Yeah, for sure. I love this idea of not just stopping something that could be harmful to somebody else, but to go beyond that and do something good for somebody else. Giving the kids this idea that it's good to be a good person, you know?
Exactly.
And I gotta say, my son who goes to Discovery, he came home and he had a sticker on his forehead, and we said, you know, what is that for? And he said, oh, the teacher just gave it to me. And he kind of just, no big deal. And we said, well, did you do something? He's like, well, some kids weren't playing with another kid, and so I played with him. And he didn't think it was a big deal. But as a parent, to have recognition that somebody saw that my son did something good, oh my goodness, I was so proud of him. I was just like, you're the best kid in the world. And so to give them this goal of something and to recognize them for it, and then this pizza party at the end, hey, it's all that much better.
Super fun.
So so there has to be some way to pay for some of this stuff. How is the foundation doing that?
Well, and I'm glad that you asked, because we have friends of the Kindness Revolution here in Vernal. That Lisa Krempetich, who is heading the revolution in our office, went out and shared the concept of the Kindness Revolution with different business owners, and so they believed in what we're trying to do and helped us with a monetary support. So some of the friends of the Kindness Revolution here in town, Quicksand, Superior Drilling, Perry Motor, Downtown Dodge, Dan's Tire, Zimmerman Equipment, and we've got, the list went on and on. We had a lot of great support.
That's
so good. we're the point in Vernal. There's 3 now in Utah, but boy, there's lots of room for more.
Yeah, so how can people get involved? How can either schools get involved, or different companies, or individuals?
Well, first of all, if they have any questions, they can give us a call at Perry Insurance. And the next thing is that they can go online to the kindnessrevolution.net to learn more about the companies of the organization specifically. And also, if they go online to our Facebook, to Perry Insurance Facebook, and like us, then you'll get great little tips on kindness and positive ideas throughout the week.
That's great. Now I noticed you both happen to have like the same looking bracelet on right there as well. What's that?
Well, this bracelet represents a token. If you meet somebody that's done something especially kind to you, then I like to wear mine and then I pass it on. There's been people I've sat next to on the airplane that I've shared it with, waitresses, concierge at the hotel. You know, there's been taxi drivers, and every person I've ever given it to, they've taken it with such a grateful heart and just really appreciated it.
That's awesome. And it really, it's a physical way to say, thank you, here's this, now you go do something for somebody else. I love that. I love that pay it forward.
We actually have one for you.
Look at this. That's awesome. So now I've got to do an act of kindness. Oh, you know what? We're completely out of time. I'm going to put this on. I'm going to do something nice for somebody, and then I'm going to hand them this. Thank you both for coming in. And hey, you know what? Thank you for watching. Maybe you can do something nice for somebody else. Maybe you'll get one of these as well. Thanks for joining us right here on Local Point, VTV Channel 6. We'll see you next time.